will be coloring my bundles, Charlie B bundles. Make sure you go on the website and buy them. And if you want to book with me, you can book through the website and everything. If you're in another state and you want me to do your hair, get some girlfriends together and I will make it happen. Let's go. Hey y'all, welcome back to my video. It's your girl Charlie B. I'm gonna be in here coloring my bundles for a client. These are my Charlie B body wave bundles. There we go. And I already unwrapped them, so this is what they look like unwrapped. Y'all excuse the background back there with my boo-boos. The ratio is 2-to-1. If you're new to this, the ratio is 2-to-1 when it comes to, 1-to-1 when it comes to bleach and developer. When it comes to choosing a developer, I use the higher ones now. Especially if I'm trying to get a desired color like that, and then I'm going to be using a developer. So for this one, I'm going to be using 40. I don't know if that's in focus or not. I'm using 40 volume developer. Basically, it speeds up the process and it gets it lighter. The higher the number, it gets it lighter and quicker. You do have to be careful. You do have to be quick. If you're a beginner, I recommend using 20 volume. And the bleach doesn't need to stay on the hair any longer than 45 minutes. Okay, so don't have it sitting on there for like an hour. No, rinse it out with neutralizer shampoo. Okay, and I'll be using the 50 for my toner. So remember to tone. You want to make sure you mix it to where it's smooth, because it's going to get thicker too. Alright, I got my 4 bundles. I like to open them because I want to make sure I have consistent strokes, consistent color throughout. And I usually like to start from the mid, especially when I'm going to be leaving some a bit dark. And because the ends, I don't start at the ends because, like I said, because they're thinner, so they don't need as much product. And the center is where the most product is needed. So just like when you're doing your eyebrows, the most product is on there when you first put your stroke. So that's why you don't start at the beginning of your eyebrows if you don't want any harsh lines. So then I go in and I stroke up just a little, just so we don't have those harsh lines that I was talking about. I want to hurry up and put this on. See? I see it's thickening up. I want to hurry up and put it on. From one to get to the next bundle, but number 2, so I can preserve the curl pattern of the hair, because y'all see how it's straight. So we want to preserve the curl pattern as much as we can. And stretching this out like this lets me put it on quicker. I'm gonna flip it over. Y'all see? You see how all this splotchiness? I'll flip it over. Another side too. A lot of people don't understand that bleach and color are, especially on permanent color, have the same properties or similar, not same, similar properties as relaxers. So, therefore, you need to pick her up. First of all, we're gonna work that color back into it. Gonna work the bleach into it to make sure we get the whole thing covered in there. I don't know if y'all could see this on camera, but some of it's already changing already. But we want to preserve some of that curl because guess what? She bought body wave hair, not straight hair. So I'm gonna scrunch it up a little bit to kind of preserve that wave because we already worked it through. Boom. That's 1, 2. I'm gonna wrap her up. So she can come in like that. Let her wait. Hey guys, it's the next morning. I let them dry in the dryer. It's like 5:30 in the morning, y'all, so that's why my voice is like crazy. But it wasn't as light as I wanted it to be, so I'm lighting them again. And that's another thing you have to understand when coloring hair. See, I'm about to rinse it off. It has to be at the level, at least at the level of lightness that you want. Like this one, she's about to get rinsed out before you tone it. So yes, let's tone her baby. Look, it's a very, very minimal shedding, if that. Alright, this is what we're looking like before the toner. And I would usually try this, but since I'm pressed for time, I am going to go ahead and put the toner on there, like so, and get as much. I'm gonna towel dry it as much as possible. These are the two toners I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the T18 to get the orange out, and I'm gonna use the T15 to keep somewhat of that golden natural blonde in there, because I'm using both of them together because I don't want it to be ashy. And then that's why I'm gonna use the golden, the beige or whatever, to keep a little bit of that golden, but we don't want orange. What we don't want is orange. Trying to be bubbles, y'all. Hey, and she got her new